For the bullish side of things, we will be looking at price to break here, retest, and push continuations to the upside. Welcome back to our channel. It's the boy at my FX, the prophetic analyst. So this is our weekly market forecast for the 17th to the 21st. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive into the business of the day. And also, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please do well to smash that subscribe button, turn on post notification, and also watch the video to the end. So let's get started with gold. Okay, for gold, you guys could see how we predicted gold into precision for last week. We had price was ranging for last week. So like I always say, we have a very nice ranging strategy in which we employ when we wish to trade our ranges. Okay, so we had price either going to the downsides or to the upsides. Okay, so rather what price intended to do was to go to the upside. So that's why I said our ranging strategy really makes sense, and it's also very profitable on the long run. Okay, because when there are ranges, and price could go either direction, because even I myself was actually looking forward for the downside of things. But when you see a range, right, there are higher possibilities that price could break out to either of the directions. Okay, so moving forward, let's see how the weekly time frame closed, and it's very important. Okay, we can now see price has created a new higher high, and yeah, mind you, price has now broken the previous high of the 2900 to 3100, creating a new high of the 3100, which is a round figure. And as you guys can see, we were the first to predict it into precision. Okay, so also now we can see how the daily time frame on gold had closed as at Friday before market close. Okay, we can see what this kind of candle pattern formation means and how well we can use it to our advantage. So what does this mean? We go to our hourly time frame to see how we can make the best decision out of these trades. Okay, so now price has given us more like a doji kind of candle on the daily and even here on the 4-hour time frames. So what we should be looking for is more like a sell to buy scenario. Okay, I'll give you guys a sell to buy scenario, but there are still higher tendencies that price could continue all the way to the downside. But for now, due to market structure, we most likely see price bearish to the downside first before a bullish continuation. Okay, so how can you take advantage of this bearishness? If you are my mentee, you know the setups in which we are seeing all the way around here. Gold is a very nice A setup right about now, but I'm going to show you guys how you guys can enter or take advantage of this. All right, but my mentees, they know the reason for this entry. Okay, so for gold here, you can just wait for a simple market structure breakout of this low, create a new lower low, then a pullback. Maybe, mind you, we are on the 1-hour time frame, maybe a 15 minutes pullback or a 1-hour pullback. Then you can go for your bearishness all the way to your 2940 ounce. Okay, so like I said, then we can most likely have a bullish continuation to the upside, so price may continue to the downside. So that's how you can take advantage of gold. Okay, but like I said, you have to wait for price to clear that lows. Okay, no break of structure, no entry. All right, so type it there on the comment section. No break of structure, no entry. That's what one of our set rules, in which helps us to making money and also avoiding a lot of losses in the market. Okay, so that's it for gold, and up next is BTC. I'm currently on a trade on BTC itself. Again, earlier this morning, all the way, very nice stop loss. This meets our A setup. If you look inside here, you see what price is trying to form right about there, which is more like head and shoulders right about there. And so this was the break, the retest. This was the break and the retest of that head and shoulders, and we are looking at price to come all the way to our first level target, which is the 81k, before we could look at 78k all the way to the downside. Like I said, I'm very much on these trades and I'm all bearish all the way to the downside. For BTC, we can see how we predicted BTC into precision. We have been on a very awesome winning streak on BTC for the past few months. Even since last year, we have been taking some series of bearishness on BTC all the way to the downsides, and price has been awesomely playing along with us. Okay, at some point we were taking the bearishness, even the bullishness pullbacks, and now the bearishness, even as of last week, in which you guys saw. I also sent this trade call out on the live YouTube video in which I made, which I was already on that trade, and I told you guys you can hop on this trade and make money for yourself. So which you can see where price currently is right about now. Price has, and this was a very nice one, is to 3.6. All right, just like I said, BTC trades alone had set me up for the whole week. Okay, I most likely did not need to trade any other pair for the week. Okay, so that's why even when we had a sluggish week on other currency pairs, BTC had already paid the bills even before Monday markets open. So we had little to no retracement, just like you guys saw, and price has been tanking all the way to the downside, and we went all the way to our 78k, just as I had predicted. All right, so that's why it's good. And like I always say, we trade from zones to zones. Okay, so moving forward for this week, where are the best possible areas? We have to look at the weekly time frame, how price closed. Okay, so nothing much on the weekly time frame. The candle formations, you go to the daily time frames. Right, so I'll keep it at the daily time frame. So since you are seeing price, since you're seeing price, market structure wise, how price is creating series of highs, lows. Okay, highs, lows, higher high, a low. Okay, so most likely we are expecting price to create a new lower high, then before we could have a bearish continuation, right? As we know, price moves in a wave and not in a straight line. So I'm going to mark out a little minor zones all around here, right about there, like so. So what we should be seeing is we already have price mitigating on that area, but there are still tendencies, high tendencies that price could still come back inside there. But like you can see, marking out from that zones right about there, price has already mitigated that area. So we have price pullback inside that area, which already have the pullbacks. We may still have another pullback as the case may be, and we'll have price drop to face levels. Okay, very important. You know, BTC is very volatile. We have first levels bearishness to our 82k, then we can go as deep as our 78k again. I can even pull this down to somewhere around here. All right, so it's still more like the 77k this time, so I'll keep it at a daily time frame, okay, to make things easier for us. All right, so that's it for BTC. Do well to mark it out on your PC or your trading device. Up next is Euro USD. For Euro USD, the you can see price has been more like in a range. Okay, it's sell a bearish range. Okay, as the case may be, price has been consolidating, and this was one of the trades in which we were holding from last week. It gave us more like a 1:1, but I was still holding it throughout the weekends because that wasn't a good take profit for me. And price opened, and I think somewhere around Monday or Tuesday, price took us out on that trade. So we had another nice bearish sales trade in which we also took around Wednesday thereabouts, in which price gave us a very nice entries, and this was already smash take profit on you know, we always trade a 1:2. Okay, we are going all the way as deep as a 1:3.4. Okay, so this was a nice trade in which we took, in which I'm going to add it somewhere around in this video for you guys to see. All right, so moving forward, we are still very much bearish on this trade. Okay, I'm still swinging this trade, I'm still holding it for the longest of times, and you see how price goes. Okay, so let's look at the weekly time frame to know what's happening. Okay, so we can see there's an area of interest, a weekly area of interest right about here, in which price is respecting, looking left. Okay, you know that our zones are very strong zones, so we can also see how price closed day with more like an indecision candle. So we go back to our hourly time frame. So I would be giving only bearish scenarios. Okay, I will be giving only bearish scenarios, but if price has to play to the upside, it's fine. Okay, like I said, we are still very much on this trade, and we are looking forward for more bearishness for price continuations to the downside. And as you can see, we are looking forward for 250, almost 260 pips plus drop, and as deep as 415 pips drop. Like I said, if you can have this trade right, this trade will set up us for the longest of time. Okay, so this is how we are able to swing these trades. I've already explained this as at last 2 weeks or last week. Okay, so same strategy, same entry setups. Okay, so all what I just have to do is adjust this to the right. Okay, adjust this to the right a little bit. So for a more conservative entries, guys, okay, because you can't really have any entry right about inside here again. Okay, for a more conservative entry, it's best to wait for price to break the 1.07804 before we can go see price drops all the way to the downside. Okay, the first level target could be your 1.0610. Okay, so conservative entries when price breaks these zones. For now, you can just stay away off the markets, except your MMTs and you know our lower time frame entries, which you can make that trade entry somewhere around inside these zones. Okay, but for now, this is the best conservative entries for Euro USD. And up next is GDP USD. For GDP USD, we can see, just like we said for last week, price has been most likely ranging in most of the USD pace, okay, for the longest of time, for the whole, almost the whole week. So if you check your weekly time frames or your weekly candle closings, there will be most likely like a doji kind of candle, because, or some shooting stars or hammers, due to most likely indecision candles because of how price closed. Okay, so moving forward for the daily time frame or the coming weeks. Okay, this was also a trade call in which we sent out on the live call, the live telegram session in which we hold. Okay, so if you are not on a telegram group, please do want to click on the link on the description to join, so that you can also benefit from this trade call. So what are we looking for this week? Okay, so like I said, I'm very bearish. All right, I'm very much bearish on this until price shows us otherwise when market open. All right, I'm still very much bearish on this. So we are looking forward for over 250 pips drop on GDP USD to our 1.6983 area. Okay, more conservative entries, is best you wait for price to break market structure. Like I always say, no structure, no break of structure, no entries. Type it there on the comment section. No break of structure, no entry. Okay, so that's it for GDP USD, and up next is the DXY. For the DXY has also, so the DXY is the main reason in which most of the pace has been indecisive. Okay, because as you can see, DXY is not doing much, is ranging. Okay, though it's giving us some sort of bearishness. Inside the bearishness, at some point it gives us some bullishness, and for me, due to my trading strategy, I'm seeing something looking like a head and shoulder right about now. Okay, and price is now pointing up to the upside, so nothing very much different from what we did last week. So I'm going to extend all of this a little bit. Okay, so like I said, I'll be giving you guys only bullish scenarios in this case. So what does that mean is, if price goes the opposite way, regardless of your strategy, or for people like us that we have the best of strategy, okay, we could still take opportunity. Like I said, this bullishness is just a retracement. Okay, so we're waiting for price to break out of these highs, create to a new higher high, then a 15-minute, a 1 hour retest, then we can go as high as our 105 points, then we can go as deep as our 106. Okay, so that's it for the DXY, and you know the DXY is used to gauge all the USD pairs. So if the DXY is bullish, so you should be expecting a bearish Euro USD, GDP USD, and the rest. Okay, so that's it for the DXY. Up next is USD CHF. For USD CHF, right, we had this nice trades in which we also took, which we sent out as a signal in the group, and price has been very much bullish. I think it had given us a nice 1:1.5, 1:1.4 thereabouts, and we are still very much looking at price continuations to the upside. Okay, so where is our next level target? Okay, nothing much. We are still looking forward for price to come back to our 0.89. Then probably we could have that drop like so. Okay, so that will be it for USDCHF. Up next is USDJPY. Price could come back into this area somewhere around where it's currently is. Okay, retest and it got to around 4.6 area. For USDJPY, just like we predicted into precision last week, price was somewhere around this zone on market close. So we wanted price to come into that zone, in which price did, and it dropped to our first level, which was our 146, and price also respected that and played into precision before we later had that bullish continuations to the upsides. Just like I said, we have been looking for the bullishness on the DXY since last week, though the DXY hasn't broken structures for bullish confirmations yet, but USDJPY has done that already. We had that bullishness, a pullback, and a continuations. Okay, so I'm going to most likely give you guys the two-way scenarios here on the USDJPY. Okay, why is this so? Is because of how market structure or how price is closing currently. Okay, so first scenarios are the bullish sides, price to break out of these new highs of the 14900, then a retest, a 5 minute, 15-minute retest, then a continuations to the upsides of 150 areas back to the upsides. Okay, so like I said, mark this out. And for the bearishness, you can wait for price to break here, retest, and we should be looking at price going back to 146 area. All right, so do well to mark this out on your PC or your trading device. The last but not the least is GDP JPY. For GDP JPY, it's actually been a while we haven't traded GDP JPY. All right, since this bearishness at price took us out for the longest of time, price has been very much on a consolidation. All right, price is not giving us the best of trend. See, price is ranging. Price has not given us the best of trend to take trading, but looking at price right now, okay, for although I've been monitoring it personally for some weeks now, okay, so I think price looks almost good. Okay, almost good due to where price is. So I'll keep it at the daily time frames. Okay, so we have these zones in which price is reacting, looking left. All right, series of times price has been respecting that time over 4 to 5 times in a row. So any breakouts that we could have from there, all right, we could have from these areas would most likely cause price bullish continuations. Okay, so if price breaks here, and you should be looking for first level, always very important. All right, I'll put a green bar right about there. All right, our first level should be 194. Then we could go as deep as high as 199, right, to the upsides. That's it for the bullish sides. And for the bearish sides, we should be patient enough for price to clear all of these guys. Price to clear all these zones, not even this minor one, but all of this. Okay, and pullbacks, retest, then we should have bearish continuations to the downsides. But if you may ask me, looking at price right now, I would favor the upside. So, and if this happens, this is a very nice A setups for trade entries using our ranging strategy, because right about here, this is a range. Okay, so if price breaks out on the range, we know what to do. If you don't, that's why you need our mentorship and how well you could take this. Okay, so that will be it for this week, guys. And if you are watching this video to this very moment, do well to smash that like button, drop a comment, and always share our videos, because statistic has it that over 95% of you guys don't like nor share the video. So always support us by liking and dropping those comments on the comment section, even some nice fire emojis right about there. And always remember to plan your trades and trade only your plan. And see you guys next week. Cheers.